After about 2.5 years, Injury Reserve is back with maybe their final album. Sadly, last summer, Groggs passed away, one of the 3 members, so it's kind of up in the air if the group is going to continue or not. So it feels like there's some added emotional weight to this album. It's called By the Time I Get to Phoenix. It's a short 11 tracks. 2 of them we've already heard, Superman That and Knees, which I really enjoyed both of them. Track number 1, Outside.
Let me talk to him. I've been talking to him kindly.
I don't know if I've ever heard a production style like this.
I've been talking to him kindly as a morning.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just love how everything is so connected. Like, as soon as the vocals start getting more energy, the production just picks up a little bit more. New sounds are being added. It's getting a little more wild as the vocals are getting a little more wild too. And then it fades out a little bit just as the emotion kind of leaves the voice. It just sounds so otherworldly. Oh my gosh. The production is insane. Oh my god, what are those in the background? I'm like speechless. I love the instrumental outro. I wasn't able to pick up on the lyrics really, just because it was hard to hear. It's weird because it started in such a chaotic spot, and by the end it was very concise. There was like less sounds going on. You could see what the instrumental was doing compared to the beginning where like you couldn't even like describe it. It sounded like something from a different dimension. So I don't know if that relates to the theme of the song, but Superman That as the next song definitely makes a lot more sense. Anyway, we're gonna move on to track number 3, SS San Francisco, featuring Zaloopers. I hope I'm saying that right. All those strings. Oh my gosh, sounds like a country song. It sounds like something that would be in a SteamWorld game. It's very Wild West, but also futuristic. This album is all over the place, sonically. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's hard to tell if what is going on sounds good or bad. Most likely it sounds great. It's just one of those albums where you have to like digest it. You can't just like listen to it on the surface and just like form your opinion right away. So there's not gonna be a lot of like definitive like, oh, this is great, oh, this is bad in this video. I know it's such a cliche, boring thing to say, but this sounds like their Yeezus. Like, I don't even know if I would classify this as like a rap album. At least not yet. Track number 4, Footwork in a Forest Fire. Oh boy. What was that? Oh my god. I didn't even know these sounds existed. I think they're creating new instruments. That song sounded exactly like the title. You just picture like people screaming and running around almost like happily as like everything burns around them. Very manic. Track number 5 is Ground Zero. Oh my gosh, it sounds so evil. This is the music that'd be used in a supervillain's origin story. I love that song. It just made me feel so like cold. I love it. Track number 6, Smoke Don't Clear. What the fuck is going on? I'm not gonna be able to understand what they're saying. Got my hands plenty more air. Ooh, this is really good. I love the background, the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I literally cannot add anything to that song. Next song, top picks for you. Like, top pick is for you, or you get the top picks. Picking you first, or you are picking first. Oh my gosh.
Your patterns still in place. I felt lost by the whole like this. I never could imagine your patterns still in place. Algorithms still in action. As I drove through, I still see pieces on the street of glass, still immortalized from the things that happened. Turned to fragments in a figment I can.
Song's like beautiful. So usually I don't do this, but I did look at Genius just to hear some of what I thought I was hearing. Basically, this song is Richie talking about Groggs and how it has affected him, how he still sees him everywhere he goes, or like feels like there's parts of him that are still interacting with him. The stuff about the algorithm I read could be, let's say like an Instagram feed will still like put stuff on your feed even though you aren't there to see it.
Pops up something you would've watched. I'm like, classic. This is some shit I would've seen you watching and just laughed at. Your parents are still in place in your algorithm.
Oh my god. I feel like that song only gets better with more listens too. Probably my favorite so far. Next song is Wild Wild West.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, kind of.
5G.
5G? 5G. Is this like a comment on human expansion? Holy. That one might be my least favorite one so far. Track number 9, Postpartum. Postpartum.
Yeah, I was hurting from birth. Shit, got into my mental.
Oh my. I was just grooving. I literally have no clue what they were talking about. I'm assuming it's dealing with Groggs or loss of loved ones with the title, but I don't know. There's just such a heavy weight on this entire album. It's like everything's pushing you down when you're listening to it. Then of course we've heard Knees, so I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna go to the last song, By Storm. Oh my god. Sounds a little bit uplifting. I don't know if they meant to do this. Maybe they did, probably. But the fact that it's so staticky and like jumbled, and the song is called By Storm, and he's saying like it's pouring, it's really pouring. It sounds like because of all that rain, all that storm, there's a weak signal. So there's definitely a lot going on in that album. You're not getting the best first impression just because I couldn't really hear much of the lyrics with the crazy production and the like vocal effects they were using. Obviously, I'm going to listen to this album many more times, so I will be understanding it eventually, fully, hopefully. Just glancing over the track list, I really liked the intro, Outside. It's like a very good introduction to like the production style that's going to be used. Superman, that is definitely gonna be a lot better after listening to the whole album. SS San Francisco is like this crazy steampunk country song. Footwork and a Forest Fire was just manic, off the walls, crazy. I really loved how dark Ground Zero felt. Oak Don't Clear was alright, I can't really remember too much about it. Top Picks for You was super emotional. Richie talking about Grogs and how it's affected him and how he's dealing with his death. Wild Wild West, I didn't really enjoy too much. Postpartum was very well done. I just don't, like the lyrics I just couldn't really hear all too well. Knees is still amazing, obviously. And By Storm was like almost uplifting in a way. Maybe it's like supposed to be like Grog's like send off, or like he's being taken away from by the storm, or maybe he's leaving the storm of life and moving on to this less stormy, more perfect place, maybe heaven. That's really interesting. I just thought about that. Well, I thought it was amazing. I think honestly hard to tell. I'm gonna have to really digest this album. It should stay with me for a while, I believe. Adios.